see, can we get on record? You see that I'm expressing my disapproval, but there's nothing wrong with me.
Okay. Well, I just came up because I was in the neighborhood.
Oh, in the neighborhood.
Listen to me, Amika. I'm in the neighborhood. This is a beautiful place to come. I wanted to touch base with your mom, talk to your mom. I noticed that there's a new sticker up on the handball backboard. I'm just here to basically touch base and make sure everybody's okay.
Okay, when I showed you the obvious graffiti on the wall, you said that you couldn't tell, but you saw that it was a silhouette of something. What do you guys say? I don't remember which one. Was it you?
Wasn't me. I did see some patterns over there, and I think you were saying that there's a gargoyle on there.
So you've ignored a hate crime, and you come here to touch bases with me and not the white supremacists who are harassing me. That's why I don't want to deal with you. I'm sorry, but that's too racist for me. Okay. I'm going inside. I'm done with you. You cannot help me, so please leave me alone.
As much as I don't want to show you my property any more than the blacks want me to, you see how they're plotting. No evidence of a crime, and they're saying, what can we do now? You starting to understand what's going on? So maybe 15 minutes later, 10, 15. Still talking, still plotting.
Keep in mind the clip before this was uploaded March 23rd, 2017, and I was drugged and harassed. I have witnesses for the drugging as well, and I was very worked up, as you can imagine, thinking that they're going to take me to the psych ward again. And of course on Hitler's birthday eventually did. So this is the gargoyle's head. I'm going to trace around it. Okay, some of these things are basketball marks. Okay, but this is obviously the arm. Okay, it's like a kind of a gang mascot kind of depiction of a gargoyle. And here is the head of a black looking guy, the depiction. You know, I'm sure those of you who watch cartoons and stuff can see what I mean. I put the thumbtacks around the gargoyle's head. Okay, I'm gonna go at different angles. Pause it if you find an angle where you catch it correctly. So again, this is the gargoyle. And it's punching this guy. It's harder to see that part. It's kind of faded a little bit over time. But this is like the angle of the punch. It's like a hook punch. And his head is turned accordingly toward the angle of the punch. Is this guy's head. You see the smile right here? Okay, it's turned away over there. Just back up a little bit. Maybe you can see it clearer if I go further away. Let me go real close to it. This is the sticker he was talking about, the new sticker in the video. I don't know if I upload that part, a positive vibration. I didn't respond by putting, you know, I hate white people or anything like that. And of course you can tell that this is, I live out in the middle of nowhere, and his statement about being, just happened to be in the area, could be true, but it probably isn't. The sun is starting. It also changes the reflection. Prison gangs have been known to draw things in invisible ink using urine and all kinds of other substances. Thank you. I would like to add that that officer was a lot more professional than the others, and it would not be fair to punish him and single him out. I'm sure he knows what happens to whistleblowers like the one in New York when they expose police corruption. So I think it's not fair to scapegoat him, and I hold the department responsible, as well as the mental health services. This is my perspective, okay? That's how I feel about it. And I do not feel like I would get a fair shake in the legal system, even with all this evidence. This is a painting that my parents posted of mine in the house. You can tell I can't draw for shit. It might have something to do with my big ass hands, I don't know. But I can't draw for fucking shit. And any expert will tell you that that is not my drawing.
So, did that atheist guy really tell you to provoke me to go to the psych ward?
Yes.
Doesn't that seem out of the ordinary?
Kinda.
Now I assure you, if I did not have this video with 93 likes and almost 7,000 views, they would say this is in my head too. Keep that in mind.
Because they're cowards. See that?
See this? It's changing. See that? It's changing without me pressing anything. This happens a lot. You know, they're messing with my, see that? See that? See that?
The cops ignored this evidence.
There's no wires. There's
And
no
how it was linked to the
there's
credit
nothing
card thing. They didn't arrest
connected
anyone.
to it, no auxiliary.
My debit card was
Controlling device.
compromised, and
See
my
that?
money was being spent.
Switching around. And this is not a bug in the thing, because it's very deliberate. There's nothing being pressed. You know, it's just
Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, the cops cannot do anything. Why keep taking me to the psych ward? There is an abundance of evidence that I'm right. Here. Let me just get this for you real quick. Okay, these are 15 witnesses. It started off as 9, and I kept referring to it as 9, so I call it 9 witnesses. But it's now 15. Okay, those are the first 3 right there. 4, 5, and then I have her in more than one video. So there's witnesses who are witnesses to more than one aspect of the harassment and the illegal organized crime against me. Here's when they were actually filming me, and that was hard to explain. A lot of other people have been reporting it as well, and my mom actually is covertly recorded saying that it's her chest too. And they're drugging. Believe it or not, they were drugging my food and my soda, because I used to buy a lot of sodas when I went shopping. And I had somebody do the experiment. Now here is 45 minutes away. They admit that gang stalking is real. I mean, how
on our website, KCBA.com.
ridiculous is that?
New tonight, police call it bullying
California.
on steroids. We're talking about
In fact,
gang stalking, but it actually
when
has
you-
nothing to
you
do
start this,
with
right,
police call it
on the bottom right there, it says Morgan Hell. I'll go back a little bit.
bullying.
That's how close I am to
New
it.
tonight, police call it
Morgan
bullying
Hill.
on
That's where I live.
steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. South Coast News reporter Candace Wynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet.
It makes me feel afraid.
Lawrence Casino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half, he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point, he said they climbed on his roof to harass him.
I believe it.
Casino said he's developed a paranoia that's devastated his relationships with friends and, worst of all, family.
And these are psychological operations, so it's psychologists who are doing this.
But that's
And they know how to make you
that's the worst
start
part.
losing your mind.
If it was
based on the
me, I would
research.
take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are
Not
becoming...
only is Santa Cruz close, but the female in my videos, who I refer to, well, I won't tell you her name, but she lives in Santa Cruz. So I go to Santa Cruz all the time. It's a sick twist of fate, right? Sick irony.
Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what if...
If it was me, I would take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what is gang stalking?
Basically, the victims could be driving their car or talking on their phones or walking the streets when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them.
Terrorize them. So this is corporate sponsored terrorism. Okay, so like I said, say no to terrorism. If you're thinking about doing a violent terrorist act, keep in mind the government are the lowly dogs who do the most of them, and it's not cool.
Richard said gang stalking is nothing new, but new technology is making it more common.
Gang stalking itself, they have elevated themselves to technology. So this is something that's been going on before the age of Facebook, Twitter, those other social
According to
websites.
the government, since the 80s.
They just now have gone into those areas.
Casino said he's proof that the problem isn't just online and that it can hit too close to home.
And remember, I have thousands of videos. Okay, and he said it happens on social media, Facebook. I post on Facebook and YouTube. I mean, it's a no-brainer. A bunch of racist fucking scum are gang stalking me because they can't beat me at martial arts, and I speak out against psychiatry. And I make fun of white secret societies, okay? Let's go back to Illuminati Part 1. This is a reposting from 2009. That's me back in 2009. This is a reposting. I reposted it over 5 years ago. but it's from 2009.
Okay, a few deities are important, Molech and Baal, and I'll get into them later. Also, Osiris, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Now, whites long ago, the Greeks specifically, used to go to Egypt and learn, including Herodotus. They used to travel down the rivers, the many rivers they have there, and they would get as far as they could. Quite sad that the white people have stooped so low as to steal ideas and not give credit to the rightful person.
Isn't that ironic? Now they don't want to give me credit for my martial arts challenge, and I was talking about them not giving credit back in 2009.
And make it such importance to them that people put their sources in the back of their book. Well, the original plagiarism has been done by you,
absolutely,
Mr. White.
Absolutely. They're fake secret societies.
For your publishing.
And we're still waiting. We're still waiting for you to do the right thing about gang stalking too. If you want to prove that you're such a master race, do the right thing for once. Racist motherfuckers.